What is this unusual old tool with sharp teeth bought at a flea market in northeast Pennsylvania? The forked part is cast iron, the part with the handle is steel, the entire tool is about 8 or 9 inches long, the part that looks like a rake has sharp curved teeth, and the opposite end of the forked part has a sharp nail protruding from the bottom. There is what might be a patent number cast into the top of the iron part, but I cannot make it out. It is mostly rubbed away. It looks like it might possibly say, Pat June 13th, 1870, but the only truly legible digits are the 70 at the end. I Google searched that date and did not find anything that matches. So, anyone have an idea what this thing is? It's an antique carpet stretcher. It was patented on June 13th, 1876 by Ezekiel W. Bullard of Barre, Massachusetts. These were used by craftsmen to tension the carpet before tacking it down by the well, to prevent the carpet from wrinkling over time. What are these thin 8 to 10 inch metal sticks I find often in the streets? I have seen them in Phoenix too, when I was on vacation. I sent it to my crew, they were laughing because none of them knew, and I always spot them. I've been puzzling over it for 25 years, so any help is appreciated. I found these in my whole childhood too, and never understood. I moved to a different state and still found them. I couldn't believe it. Until one day, I saw the street sweeper roll by and noticed that these were the bristles. Someone put this on the side of the road years ago during giveaway day in our city. I eventually gave it away because I couldn't find a use for it. I don't have the device anymore, but I remember that the top black bar lifted up sort of like a lid. What is this used for? It's a 1920s Hanau dental articulator, a mechanical device used in prosthodontics, a branch of dentistry, to simulate the movement of a patient's jaw. It was developed and patented on May 8, 1928, by Rudolf L. Hanau of Buffalo, New York, a mechanical engineer and pioneer in dental mechanics. It's an essential tool for fabricating dentures, crowns, bridges, and other dental prosthetics. This allows dental professionals to study a patient's bite and occlusion outside the mouth. What is this tool I found in the basement of an older house I looked at? It measures about 6 inches in length and about 2.5 inches at its longest point in width, and no maker's mark of any kind on it. Any idea what this is or what it might have been used for? It's a 1950s wall-mounted can opener. The best can opener. I own my grandparents' house and still use it. The one on the left locked the can in place. The one on the right cranked the can until the cutting wheel had sliced through the lid all the way around. What is this round glass thing with dates found in a creek bed? It says patented February 12th, 56, probably 1856, with so many dates around it. Does anyone know the use of this item? It's an antique fruit jar lid, designed to seal early food storage jars, often called mason jars or fruit jars, used during the 19th century. These were used for canning or preserving food, and commonly paired with jars used in home food storage before the invention of more modern sealing methods. Does anyone know what this tool is and how to use it? It's a very light wood with a slit on the flat side, and even the metal wrap has a slit in it. I want to say it's to help hold something, I just don't know what, and for what purpose. Any ideas? It's an antique engraving burin, a handheld tool used for engraving designs into metal, typically used in printmaking, jewelry making, and fine metalwork. It was pushed through the metal, often copper or steel, to carve fine lines. It dates back centuries and was commonly used in the 1700s and 1800s, especially by engravers creating prints, maps, banknotes, or decorative metal items. What is this item I bought from an old workshop? Maybe automotive related. It's a long metal bit with a pointy resin or plastic bit, and no markings. I'm looking forward to someone figuring it out. It's a 1930s to 40s car fender guide, mounted on a car's front fenders to help the driver judge the position of the corners of the vehicle, especially useful for parking, maneuvering, or avoiding curbs and obstacles. Cars in the 1940s were often long, wide, and had large front ends. Drivers had limited visibility of the fender edges from the driver's seat, and these fender guides acted as visual aids, helping prevent scrapes and dents. These were sometimes installed by the manufacturer, but often added as aftermarket accessories. What are these plastic capsules with small copper-colored cylinders marked Japan, found in the basement of a surgeon in a New York suburb? I found it in a drawer with other detritus, possibly mid-century, and I have not opened it due to possible contamination concerns. Basic searches are clouded with drug images, and I somewhat doubt this is a prescriptive. I'm just wondering if anyone has a clue. These are 1950s 2mm Pinfire bullets, in little plastic capsules. These cartridges were made for tiny Pinfire revolvers that looked like miniature versions of the normal Pinfire revolvers. Even though it appeared to be a toy, it was capable of doing a little bit of damage if pointed at the right area. It would shoot through an ordinary pane of glass at 4.5 feet away. There were dozens of companies that made these guns, and one of the most popular was a Japanese design, imported and trademarked in the United States by G&S Manufacturing Company of Nashville, Tennessee. They registered the Little Atom trademark in 1953 and wholesaled these guns to small stores and gas stations all over the United States. What is this thing with a wooden handle and twin metal prongs pointing inwards, found along with some fairly old brass handles and knockers? It feels and looks quite old and well used, and it has patina on it from wear and use. From the research I've done, I found out that it could be an old hairpin, but I was told it's too big and heavy to have in one's hair for too long, but it looks to be very similar to that one. This is so incredibly confusing. Someone also suggested an ornate tuning fork, but the ends of the prongs are very close to each other. They make contact when you hit it against a surface. Wouldn't the prongs of a tuning fork be slightly further apart? Any ideas? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.